because I have no idea what any of these do, but my hand is getting really tired. I've never played accordion before, but I know how it should sound. Here in exactly 1 hour to learn a new instrument. Guten Morgen und ein herzlich willkommen aus Deutschland. Welcome guys from the villages of Germany. So right now I'm down in southern Germany at a friend's house. Southern Germany is called Bavaria. And this is, I want to show you his view because it's beautiful. So he's on the top of penthouse. And actually if I come over here, then way on the distance you can see the Alps on good days. And yeah, of course, the monastery. The monastery is so beautiful. This is the small village of Accordion. So we're about 2 hours west of Munich. I have a challenge for you guys today. This is his apartment, actually. It's very, very cozy. I like it with all the books from all over the place. My plan for today is that I was looking through Konstantin's apartment and I found this accordion. It's an old German accordion, and so I thought, why not? Let's do a challenge video. I'm gonna see in maybe like 1 hour. Yeah, let's do 1 hour today. 1 hour learning a new instrument. Sounds kind of fun. This morning I was fixing it up, but I'll talk about that later. Before I do anything, I just woke up, so I need to go get some food. So we're gonna go out to the village. I'll show you guys the big church, the Kirche, and then the small little village. We'll come back and then do this challenge. All right, let's go. Kann ich aber Currywurst mit Kartoffelchips? Yes. And I love this little art installation. The whole thing bobs. Nice. Alright, time to go back home. Let's go knock out this challenge. Alright, we're back home. Now, before we do anything, it is important, since we're in Bavaria, to have a beer first. And this is some good Hefeweizen beer. You can tell because, man, love it. Or as my friend Konstantin taught me, you put it like this, and you can use your finger and just go. It's scary. I can't do it. He uses his finger to do it. It's like, okay, so and then we got our Hefeweizen glass. Very good. Hefeweizen is like half wheat. Slosh it around, get the extra wheat. Und ja, alles klar, alles gut. Now, in all transparency, right now it is actually 2:07, and I think the rule usually goes that you should not be having beer this early in the day. There's actually a German saying that goes, kein Bier vor 4, which means no beer before 4. But as I learned from an old German lady 2 days ago, you're in Bavaria, so there's exceptions. Okay, so Prost. Our plan is, like I said, we have 1 hour. I'm going to try to learn how to play the accordion in 1 hour. So I'm going to break it up with like the first 15 minutes or so. I'm going to just study all of the fingering patterns. The first 15 minutes, yeah, studying all of these. I have no idea what any of them do. And of course the finger work is no problem for me. So basically I just want to figure out how those chords go. And then I'll spend probably about the next 15 minutes, maybe then like listening to some songs for inspiration and like looking how they do it. And the next, like the last 30 minutes then just putting it all to the test and seeing how well I can do it. So that'll break up 1 hour. Okay, let's go. Alright, we're coming up on 13 minutes or so I only got 2 minutes left. And I still can't figure out what exactly this button configuration is. I've been trying to look up like the instrument name or something, and I can't find it. So I think I'm just going to have to figure it out by experimentation. The problem I discovered with all of these buttons is that apparently there's a ton of different types. And so there's accordions that have like just like 1 row. There's accordions that have 5 rows, and there's ones that have like just like a ton of buttons. Let me just show you. Accordion buttons. So this is what you see if I look up accordion buttons. You can see each one of these accordions is very, very different. You can see how many buttons on that one versus how many on that one and that one. And so the problem is that there doesn't seem to be an easy answer. So I'm going to have to figure it out by experimentation, I think. Please tell me, does anybody understand this? It is so extraordinarily complicated. Like, I have no idea what I'm looking at. Okay, well, I haven't found anything. I guess we're going to go on to phase 2. Okay, well, like I said, we have to move on, I guess, and figure it out as we go. In the United States, we call this a trial by fire. Alright, so we got our double strap. And of course I already saw that you want to be faced this way so you can see down it. And then this hand, like I said, this is where all my problems are going to be because I have no idea what any of these do. And obviously I can't really see it either. It's on the other side. And so everything is by feel. I notice now actually that like this button has a little indent. So I guess I can feel it, but there's a lot. It's very easy to get confused. Of course, this should be no problem. And then another thing I discovered as I was watching some of these videos is that you want to, between when you're pumping, also I discovered there's this button, which is apparently just for air. I never knew that was there. I figured that there's a very fine line between like when you're getting too far away and then when you need to come back. And likewise, when you get really close, you're going to run out of air. You know, like if I'm trying to play something, and then you run out of air. Likewise, if you get all the way out here, and then there's nowhere else to go. And so the problem is, you got to stay kind of in the middle of that because you don't want to be playing something and then have that switch right in the middle, like this. And I have nowhere else to go. And then the other option then is I have to go like this then. How it goes like that kind of thing. So apparently that's another thing I need to try to avoid. So I guess I'm just going to play around with this for a few minutes and see if I can figure out what any of these buttons mean. Okay, so I've discovered something. I found that with the buttons, that the ones closest to me are these, they're like kind of like counter bass, like very heavy bottom ones. And for any musical people out there, you'd recognize that as the circle of fifths. Maybe I'll make like a quick drawing or something and show it this way, I guess. But basically, like all of them are basically connected in a circle, and it creates what are called tonics and dominants for music people. But that's what's making this sound. So it's all like connected. Okay, so that's the most important discovery. And then I found that basically they kind of come up, they're going in a line together and like going like this. So for instance, with like this note, and then I can make it like with a sixth, and so that makes it sound very like polka kind of like sounding to this. So you're getting like a whole chord. And then I can make it minor. And then with a seventh on there. Like this. There you go. You hear that seventh? That seventh gets you ready to go back to. It pulls in. And I guess you can also do just one at a time like that. But I also found, just from watching some people, I found that you can actually play more than one button at a time. I never knew about this. So, those are some important discoveries. And I also saw one last thing from watching some people. I still don't know how to do it, but apparently you can make like an alternating bass kind of sound. Alright, now, what I think I'm going to do at this point, since I kind of know some very vague basics, now I think the most helpful thing for the next like 20 or 30 minutes is just going to be playing around. So I'm just going to try attempting just a whole bunch of different random things, and just see if I can kind of make it sound like something. So, wish me luck, and I'll get back to you in about 20 minutes. Okay, so I've been practicing, and I think I finally have something worthy of showing you guys. I figured one of the first songs I should learn is that good old Italian song, Bella Ciao. So far pretty okay, and that's about 10 minutes. Noticeably, admittedly, right now I'm mostly just using the big contrabass ones, just to kind of at least get the. If I really wanted to be fancy, I could go and get like a or. But there are some difficulties. I didn't mention this yet. But this morning I was fixing up this accordion because there's two notes that don't work. And that's this one, or D, and the E over here. The E and the D, that there's something wrong inside the actual like harmonium. And so when I actually press on it, then it's just pushing straight air out. And so it really wastes, it makes it difficult to play. So it should be like... But it just throws out a whole bunch of air. So what I've been doing is for this one as well, as you can see I put some tape on there just to plug the hole, and that's what I'm going to do on this one as well. So that changes what key I can play which piece in, and also it changes up some of the tonalities, so some of them don't really quite work. Like, that should be just a clean minor, but there's something else in there. It sounds really bad, so because it should be. Do you hear how clean those ones are? This one doesn't sound like clean though for like that key. So for instance, I was changing the entire key of that song to get relatively what fits the best in there. So at least I can play Bella Ciao now, but I'm in Germany. You're in Germany, Brayden. So in Deutschland wir spielen deutsche Lieder. So I'm going to learn some German songs now. Okay, give me another 5 minutes. Okay, about 5 minutes later and we have our next song, but I must say that my hand is getting really tired. I wonder if I don't know what happens if I leave it like this. Everything is experimenting. I discovered what does hurt though, is that your hand, like this palm, so I don't know if it's just because I'm holding it wrong or something, or I'm using it to do all the pressing, but basically, when it gets all the way down here like this, it hurts. So I'm thinking instead if I try to keep it up, like this, so it comes out. I see people play it like this, and then they bring it up, like that, if it makes sense, rather than just like this. And I'm discovering why, because it hurts after just like 10 minutes. So, I think we have our next song. Like I said, because we're in Germany, we're going to play the real German music, and that is the most important German song anyone should know. Something like this. You know, the more and more I play it, the more fun it gets, because I can like kind of figure out the way it goes. I've never played accordion before, but I know how it should sound, and so I know that accordion should relatively sound like. I like that. I wonder if the neighbors are getting annoyed with me yet. Okay, so we have like what, 49 minutes? So we have 11 more minutes. 11 minutes to learn. I can probably learn about 2 more songs. So let me keep practicing and then I'll give you the final update. Okay, so we've come to the end of our time here. Right now it's 30 seconds left or so. And I'll play one last song here in just a sec, but overall this has been a fun experience. Thank you guys for joining. I think within 1 hour I was able to get to a functional level. If I keep practicing then I can learn more and more songs. But for right now this is all I need. This was the hardest part. I kind of figured it out. The piano stuff was pretty accessible, and so I think it was mission accomplished. Here in exactly 1 hour to learn a new instrument. So, to send you guys out, since I'm here again in Bavaria, as I finish up my Hefeweizen beer, and in the good German way, you leave just a tiny bit left. So, we're going to send you out with the Beer Barrel Polka. Alright, thanks for joining, guys. I'll see you in the next video.